What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zurielio. We are back with another video. Once again, I'm not gonna say too much, I'm not gonna say too less, but as you see, we got a fight recap. You already know, seen the thumbnail, you already seen the title. Let's not even waste time, because this is one of them fights that was shook the internet. Demon versus swordsman. Regeneration versus pinpoint accuracy cutting. The odds of the opposition winning, high, but willpower, strength, resilience, and just craziness changed the whole perspective of this fight. Tengen versus Gyutaro. Oh my god, I kid you not. This fight, I had to rewatch this scene so many times because the amount of shit that just went down in the middle of the fight, I couldn't even keep track. And with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for showing up. I appreciate y'all for watching this video, for even staying, being a part of this community that we're building. And in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and start this fight. Let's get into it. Now, for those who don't understand what's happening, at the beginning of this scene, right? Because this is we can't watch the whole anime video, say copyright and shit. Tanjiro thought it was a splendid idea to not just headbutt him, but stab him with one of those little kunais that kind of makes him weak. And it worked, but the problem is, these hot upper moon, even though Gyutaro is very skinny, they are really strong individuals. And so, as Tanjiro's trying to cut the head of an upper moon, not a lower moon, a upper moon, obviously it's not going to be easy. And now, Tanjiro's in a position where trying to cut him, he's right there, but he has to cut him before he pulls out the kunai. Did it work out for him? I don't think so. Now, I will say one thing. Can we just appreciate a good voice actor who knows how to scream? Like, I kid you not, part of me wants to be a voice actor for an anime, but I realize, especially when it comes to whether it's dub or sub, you gotta really put yourself in the position of the character that you're playing. Like, the screaming, you gotta damn near hurt yourself a little bit, like your voice, in order to fulfill a role. You feel what I'm saying? This whole fight, Gyutaro doing that little screaming he just did towards Tanjiro, come on, that was too passionate. This is why I love sub over dub, because sub voice actors just feel way more passionate than dub. Granted, dub is much easier to watch because I am in America. You feel what I'm saying? But I watch sub first. No, put it like this, right? If it's a new anime, sub. I don't waste time. But if it's an old anime, I always watch it in dub, just because, just to kind of speed it along a little bit, it's a little bit faster. I can pay attention more to the action, the plot line, without having to read and everything. But sub is always way more passionate and confidence to it. That's just how I feel about it. I kid you not. Now we gotta show Tanjiro some respect, because at this point in time, Tanjiro isn't weak, but he isn't that strong to be in the face of an upper moon. He isn't supposed to even be blocking some of these attacks that he just blocked from Gyutaro. You feel what I'm saying? Tanjiro put himself in a position where he really could have died easily, but he still showcased on why he wasn't finna go out like no hoe. You feel what I'm saying? Stood his ground for his position, broke 2 broken fingers. He got basically bullied low-key, and he still stood his ground. And for him to do what he did, we gotta respect Tanjiro a lot. It almost feels like he had to fight strong opponents in order to get stronger. And it wasn't like he just trained. He put himself in real life situations where you're fighting real life individuals who are really out to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, any moment he could have died. Deadass. And the shit he went through in this fight, he definitely could have died. But that made him stronger, and that's a rare case for a lot of individuals. So shout out to Tanjiro. Great MC. Now, Uzui, I will kid you not, Uzui did a fantastic job being who he is. San Hashira, I feel like he was the underdog of all the Hashira, and I ain't gonna lie, me personally, as a first time watcher of Demon Slayer, I didn't read the manga. I'm thinking Tengen was definitely a underdog. I thought he was the weakest. He might still be the weakest. I don't know. I think he's the weakest. This fight, Tengen really pushed himself past the limits. Cause I really never understood what a sound Hashira is supposed to be relying on. It's not speed. It's not. So is it the sound? No, yeah. I wasn't really understand what it's supposed to be relying on, but it's really just sound. But he never really emphasized too much on sound until this fight. Uzui Tengen, is that his name? Hold on, let me make sure that's his name. I'm butchering the fuck out of this shit. Tengen, not Tengen. Yeah, I ain't lie. He really showcased his purpose on why he really stamped himself as a Hashira in this fight. And that's how I really was fuck with Uzui for. Boom. So if I'm not mistaken, how the sound Hashira works, and this is just my analysis because it never really emphasized how it really works. It never really talked about it too much. To be honest, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the Hashira's techniques and stuff, they don't really establish. The Hashira's technique I learned the most from was probably, I would say probably the Fire Hashira, RIP Rengoku. I think I learned the most with how his technique works. Tengen, if I'm not mistaken, when he listens to the sound of the attacks, he can read or maybe predict when the attack's gonna land or where it's coming from. In my opinion, I think that's just how his fighting works. His ears of hearing the sound of the movements or whatever. I'm assuming that's how the fights work when you're fighting someone like Tengen, who's a sound Hashira. He relies on sound and everything. Of course, he has strength and everything, but the sound of everything kind of works in his favor. That's why he's able to defend those sickle attacks. God. Jesus. God. Jesus. Oh my God. I kid you not, yo. Like, bro. And it's so crazy because at the time watching this was definitely intense. But man, I kid you not, the consistent clash of weapons, them moving throughout the battlefield, like they're moving mid-battle, running into buildings, and still keeping direct contact with each other, not missing a single counterattack. Clashing blades perfectly. Uzui, at this point, is already down a hand. He's down a hand and barely has an eye left, but you know what I'm saying? He's really pushed himself to the limit. Keep in mind, look, the weapon that he uses isn't a regular weapon. 2 kitchen knives on a chain. And he's using that to fight against a nigga that has 2 mini scythes. Tengen was not supposed to survive this at all. Thank God for Tanjiro, but Tengen put himself in a situation and still didn't waver regardless of the fact that he was in this fight that was pretty much set for him to lose. Because keep in mind, the Upper Moon's been killing Hashiras. It's nothing for them to kill a Hashira. They've been doing this shit. This is just a different generation of Hashiras, and now they kind of a little shocked. You feel what I'm saying? So, I ain't lie. Clashing, the building to building, the burst of power that you're just seeing showcased throughout the whole entire landscape. Great. Like, amazing. And in the last video, I talked about a great battlefield. This was a fantastic battlefield. Everything was just perfect for them to go all out. They used their environment to the best of their abilities. Great fight. Tanjiro's crazy. Oh my. I ain't gonna lie. That's some fucked up shit. Hold on. Right in the gut. Cut his arm. See, bro, look at this fucking eye. And y'all want him to be a Hashira again? No, he's done. This is some, man, not only do you lose an arm, he lost half his eye. Why would I be a Hashira again after losing a lot of key parts of my body? I'm done. I don't want to fight no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fight no more. Y'all, I took out the Upper Moon with some help. That's it. That's all you get from me. The other Hashira, he died. I barely survived. I quit. You think I'm about to do this some more? Nah, I'm good. Tengen, I don't even blame Tengen for leaving the Hashras. You feel what I'm saying? Thank God he was still training them and training new people and stuff. But as far as leaving the whole entire that section, he did a smart thing because he wasn't gonna survive with the upcoming threat. Let's just be honest. And the shit that he went through in this fight definitely humbled the fuck out of him. That's for sure. Oh my god. We gotta shout it. I ain't gonna lie. Right there. Tanjiro is a nutcase. When you see protagonists like this are nutcases. I kid you not. Borderline should be in psychiatric hospitals. You know his daggers are poison. Tanjiro is a real ass nigga because it's a real ass individual. Let me use the proper wording for YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? Jumps in the middle of the air, trying to get that third party. Gyutaro, great fighter, because even in the situations that he's in, he still managed to still get Tanjiro right in his bottom chin. Tanjiro gets hit in the bottom chin through his chin, right? You can see the tip of the sickle through his mouth. And not only did he get that, he still swung that motherfucking sword. Not gonna lie, Tanjiro, crazy nigga, but that's a real ass nigga, bro. For him to do that shit, I ain't never seen nobody really go the whole way like Tanjiro did. Uzui was like, keep going. Nigga kept going. He ain't stopped. He didn't say, let me catch my breath. He kept going. Man. It's the fact that Tanjiro was the first person of this era to unlock his mark before the Hashras. Keep in mind, Tanjiro is a humble ass individual. He doesn't look for strength. He's just trying to get revenge for his parents. Overall, just get rid of the world of demons by going after Muzan. And for him to put himself in this situation that he put himself in, and for him to activate that Demon Slayer mark without even knowing that he did it. Me watching this, when I first watched this, I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm thinking he just had some fire powers or whatever, but I couldn't explain it. I just kind of went along with it. Was like, okay, it is what it is. He gon', you know what I'm saying? He's on 10 right now. Keep cutting. But man, Tanjiro, that's a legend right there, because before the Hashras, he already did it. Like the Hashras was looking to him like, yo, how'd you do that? Because he did it. Even the ones that be hating on him, the snake nigga in the wind dude. Yeah, that's my MC right there. Puss ass boys. I ain't gonna lie. Inosuke and Zenitsu, them boys is crazy, bro. Like, it's the fact that Zenitsu's sleeping, which I really don't understand because he's talking at the same time, but he's sleeping. And Inosuke is just so crazy that I don't think he can die, to be honest. Because you gonna think you stabbing him in the heart, whole time you gonna say, I just moved my organs to my ass cheek. How the fuck you move your organs that willingly? You know what I'm saying? Zenitsu had this battlefield looking like July 4th with this girl. But he was all over the place with her. Like, nigga, what? And then Inosuke, just that extra strength, that extra willpower needed to cut this. Inosuke showcased his strength too. Man, this is such a good fight, bro. I had no choice but to respect this shit, bro. Dead ass. Tanjiro chose the right teammates. Dead ass, because this couldn't have been timed better. Oh, slice that nigga butter. But tell me that sound don't sound so damn sexy. What? Yeah, bro, hear it. Just hear it. Boy, them sound effects for Demon Slayer, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Man, I kid you not, you can't beat it. Hands down, this fight, when I tell you this fight shook the damn internet, this shit was going viral for so long. This was such a great fight. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Appreciate y'all for staying tuned, loving these reactions the way I loving them. Feel me? These aren't analysis videos. These aren't deep dive. I just kind of look out for what I'm seeing, know what I know, and kind of just make my little observations, my talks off of that. It ain't really me trying to be no damn deep anime thinker or all that stuff. No, sometimes I may be that, but my whole MO is to just showcase the fact that I love anime the way I do. But this isn't an anime channel. This is just so happens to be a series that's going to be ongoing because there's so many fights that happens and most of them are anime. So with that being said, subscribe, like, comment. I respond to every comment. I talk to every comment if I can, or I might just like it. It is what it is. Either way, I seen your comment. I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and let's push for that 1K. That's the goal. I'm gonna set a goal, 1K. Peace.